Today's video begins with one of the most intense moments we have seen on the basketball court in a long time. The game was already tight, fans were on the edge of their seats, and every possession mattered. LeBron James was controlling the flow, making big plays, and keeping his team in it. But everything changed in a split second when Dillon Brooks made a move that shocked everyone. As the play developed, the crowd grew louder, thousands of eyes watching every player react to the moment. Then it happened. Brooks, in a split decision, swung the ball and hit LeBron James on the arm. The arena went silent for just a moment and then exploded into noise once again. Every fan watching knew something big had just taken place. LeBron didn't flinch. He didn't look away. He just stared right at Brooks, as if he could see inside his mind and figure out what was going on. The look on LeBron's face was serious, intense, and powerful. It was not a joke or a friendly gesture. It was the look of a competitor who felt disrespected and was ready to respond. For fans, this moment summed up everything we talk about when we think of LeBron James: passion, leadership, strength, and fire. Every person inside the arena, watching at home on TV or on their phones, could feel the tension pick up sharply. In this moment, we saw LeBron walk toward Brooks with determination. He raised his voice, and you could tell from the tone that it was not low-key. He was fired up, not just about being hit by the ball, but about what that act represented. He felt like it crossed a line. LeBron has played in countless pressure situations, and he has always been someone who stays calm and collected. But this was different. This was personal. And for the fans, this was one of those moments that defined the story of the entire game. As the referees stepped in to separate the two players, the crowd was roaring. Some fans were cheering LeBron on, others were yelling at Brooks, and almost everyone had something to say. Basketball is always intense, but this moment was extra intense. It did not just change the energy of the game, but it lifted the whole stadium into a level of excitement we rarely see. Everyone knew that this moment could change the flow of the game. When a superstar like LeBron James gets fired up, his whole team feels it. His teammates were watching carefully, ready to back him up, ready to bring that fiery energy into their play as well. Now let's take a look back at how the play developed before the ball hit LeBron. The game was already tight. Both teams were playing hard. Every point gained was fought for. LeBron had just made a great defensive play, and his team was trying to secure the rebound. Brooks was on the other side, trying to make a play too. The ball was loose. Players were diving, scrambling, trying to grab it. In a quick motion, Brooks raised the ball and swung it back, apparently trying to clear players out or get himself space. But instead of moving the ball away from LeBron, it connected right with his arm. In basketball, hard contact happens all the time. Players get hit with elbows, shoulders, and sometimes even fists accidentally. But what made this moment stand out was the way Brooks swung the ball like that. It was not a soft or careless hit. It was a motion that looked intentional, or at least reckless. And when you're playing against one of the greatest players of all time, it's going to be seen as something bigger than just a normal foul. LeBron felt it mattered. And when a player feels disrespected, his reaction becomes part of the story. Once LeBron has focused his attention on Brooks, the arena was alive with anticipation. You could hear people whispering, yelling, trying to predict what would happen next. Would there be a fight? Would the referees call a technical foul? Would things calm down? All of these questions were hanging in the air. The referee gathered both players, trying to keep the situation under control. They spoke with LeBron, spoke with Brooks, and did their best to make sure the situation did not turn into something worse. But at that moment, it was clear. Something had shifted in the game. Fans often talk about LeBron James as someone who stays cool under pressure. They say he hardly ever loses control. And that is true most of the time. LeBron is known for his calm leadership, for keeping his team grounded when the pressure is highest. But in this moment, the respect line was crossed. When a player feels attacked, and especially when it feels intentional, the reaction can be strong. LeBron's response showed just how much he cares about respect, about the game, and about his teammates. His energy showed the world that he would not let something like this go unnoticed. Meanwhile, Dillon Brooks was also a part of this story. He has always been known as a player who brings energy and intensity. He plays with passion and does not back down easily. Some fans love his aggressive style. Others think he goes too far at times. In this moment, Brooks's actions were seen through different lenses. Some saw it as simply a hard play, a mistake, or a split-second decision. Others saw it as a deliberate act meant to get under LeBron's skin. Most fans agreed on one thing. It created drama, and it changed the energy of the game instantly. The camera angles replayed the moment over and over again on the big screens. Commentators broke down what happened, each trying to explain whether the hit was intentional or not. Fans debated loudly, with some shouting that Brooks meant it, others defending him and saying it was just a mistake. Social media exploded within seconds. Clips went viral. Within minutes, millions of fans around the world were talking about it. The reaction was powerful because this was not just another play. This was about respect, rivalry, and pride. Now let's talk about how LeBron's teammates reacted. They saw the hit and saw the fire in their leader's eyes, and that fire spread to every one of them. In moments like this, the energy of one player can lift the whole team. You could see players nodding, clapping, and ready to bring their best effort. Every player wants to support a leader who fights for them, who stands up for them. The kind of passion that LeBron showed in that moment tells his teammates that he is in the game 100%, no matter what. Then, the referees made their call. They talked to both players, took a moment to make sure everything was calm, and gave the appropriate foul call. They also reminded both teams to play smart and respect each other. The tension slowly began to ease as the game continued, but the moment had already shifted the direction of the match. Even after the play continued, everyone knew that something big had already taken place. The energy was higher, the intensity was stronger, and the competitive fire was burning hotter than before. For fans watching at home, this moment was unforgettable. Some felt LeBron was right to be fired up. Some felt Brooks should have shown more respect. And others thought it was just part of the game, a moment that happens when players compete at the highest level. But almost everyone agreed that it made the game more exciting. It added a storyline that people would talk about long after the final buzzer. That moment became a topic of conversation in homes, gyms, offices, and social media platforms worldwide. As the second half of the game began, every possession felt bigger. Every shot attempt felt more crucial. LeBron's reaction lit a spark in the crowd, the teammates, and in LeBron himself. He played with added energy, pushing harder on offense and defense. Moments later, he made incredible plays that showed how focused he was. Each basket he made seemed to resonate with the crowd. Each defensive stop he created raised the noise level in the arena. And every time he touched the ball, fans watched with wide eyes, anticipating what he would do next. Dillon Brooks, on the other hand, continued to play with intensity. He didn't back down. Some players would have become quiet or reserved after such a moment, but Brooks stayed in the fight, kept hustling, kept playing aggressively. Some fans admired this. They said it showed courage. Others thought he didn't show enough respect. But no matter what people thought, it was clear that Brooks was not afraid to stay in the battle. He continued to compete hard, trying to make his mark on the game. The rest of the match unfolded with heavy competition on both sides. Each team gave their best effort, driven by pride, focus, and determination. The commentators kept telling viewers how that moment, the ball hitting LeBron and his reaction, changed the entire flow of the game. It set a new tone, a new urgency. It reminded everyone why we love sports, because real emotion, passion, and human spirit are right there on display. We don't just watch athletes play, we watch their hearts in action. As the final minutes approached, fans were on their feet, cheering wildly. Each play brought excitement, each timeout brought tension. The score was close, and the energy remained high.
It was clear that the moment earlier in the game had been more than just a hit. It became inspiration. It reminded both teams that every second counts, and it reminded fans why moments like this become iconic. Because basketball is more than just numbers on a scoreboard. It's emotion, it's rivalry, and it's raw human reaction. When the final buzzer sounded, fans reflected on the game and the moment that made it unforgettable. Some talked about the plays and shots, but many talked about LeBron's reaction. They said that moment showed who LeBron truly is, a competitor who plays with heart, who demands respect, and who leads with fire. And regardless of whether you supported LeBron or not, that moment became a story worth remembering. In the end, this play was more than just a hit. It became a lesson in competition, respect, and intensity. It reminded everyone why basketball is more than a sport. It is emotion in motion. Every player steps on the court ready to not just compete physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. And when sparks fly, when tension rises, and when players stand up for themselves and their teammates, that is when legends are made and moments become timeless. So today, we remember that moment, a moment where one action changed the energy of a game, where passion boiled over, and where intensity became unforgettable. That is what real competition is about. And it showed fans all over the world that when great players collide, we don't just watch a game, we watch a story unfold in real time. Every second becomes part of a bigger picture, a picture of courage, fire, pride, and emotion.